Now they're both hurt. I hope it was worth it for Trey.
Well, you really blew it this time. Thanks to your screw-up last week, the doctor just said that Rhonda has to pull out of the mixed match challenge.
Damn it.
But I've got some good news. I already found you a new partner.
Let me guess. You found someone who hasn't competed in WWE in 30 years.
Actually, I found someone who's never competed in WWE at all. Me! I'm stepping down as GM to become an active WWE superstar.
What?
I've been thinking about making the move to in-ring competitor for a while now, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity, especially with a chance to win money for charity. I just love giving back to the community whenever I can. Anyway, let me know if you want to talk strategy before our match tonight. Oh, and one more thing. I tied up some loose ends before I stepped down as GM. You're going to defend your WWE Championship against Samoa Joe on the special 1500th episode of SmackDown Live. In a submission match! Later, partner.
I can't believe Brooklyn's a WWE superstar now.
I can't believe I have to be her partner.
It's good she no longer has any authority, but it feels like she's even more ingrained in our lives.
At least it's now legal for you to punch her in the face. Again, I have to be her partner.
She's not worse than Riley. He wasn't exactly in his prime when he trained us almost 15 years ago. Not to mention, Brooklyn has him flying back and forth to Calgary on these crazy cheap budget airlines. He had to ride in the pet compartment on his last connection, and I think he came down with kennel cough.
At least you got to choose him. I didn't have any say in this.
It wasn't like I had a ton of good options. Look, all that aside, I just have a feeling this isn't going to end well for anyone.
Well, at least I can still make the best of a bad situation and win some money for charity.
Even if I have to get a dog vaccine, I still plan on winning the mixed match challenge.
Same here. Minus the vaccine part. Brooklyn is disease-free as far as I can tell.
It's the American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun. This is a historic night as our former GM, Brooklyn Von Braun, makes her highly anticipated in-ring debut in WWE, replacing the injured Ronda Rousey.
I still can't believe Brooklyn and Trey are partners. I mean, talk about an unlikely pairing. They've been at each other's throats for like 20 years.
Well, we'll have to see if their adversarial past affects the American Hero's ability to work together in the Mixed Match Challenge.
Well, I guess Brooklyn came up with that team name. Real creative.
Hey, at least it's not as bad as their opponents who are calling themselves the Moons over my Sammy.
I kinda like that.
I bet you do. Oh, what impact! He's been quickly taking control here.
He's definitely got all pistons firing right now.
Ooh! Comes in off the tag.
Oh, nasty impact.
Step up Enziguri.
On the mark. Reverses. Can she take advantage?
And off the tag is Sami Zayn. It's hard to look at Sami Zayn now and think of him as an inspiring figure, but that's exactly who he was in his time at NXT. In fact, he was widely regarded as the heart and soul of NXT. What impact! Wait a second, it appears Brooklyn wants Trey to attempt the same double team maneuver that injured Ronda Rousey.
Is she trying to prove she can do it better?
I don't know, but it looks like Trey's not quite sure about this after what happened to Ronda.
Perfect execution by the American Heroes.
An impressive win for the new team of Trey and Brooklyn Von Braun.
I'm still not sure what to think about these two teaming. It's very strange.
It looks like Trey's still trying to get used to it as well.
I told you guys 100 times, Brooklyn's a professional. She likes winning much more than she dislikes Trey.
And here comes Trey's best friend, Red, for their Mixed Match Challenge match.
Hey, good luck.
Well, that was awkward.
You don't want to read too much into anything, but it certainly looked like Red just ignored Trey altogether.
Well, it's obvious Red is upset about Trey teaming with Brooklyn, but she'd better get over it fast or it's going to end up costing her team this match.
As this Mixed Match Challenge match begins, we have to consider the possibility that Red's team could end up facing Trey and Brooklyn Von Braun at some point.
Well, given what we know about Brooklyn's ability to get under Red's skin, that could definitely be a volatile situation.
You would think that since this whole thing's for charity, that everyone would be able to manage their emotions, but if Brooklyn triggers hothead Red, all bets are off.
Harsh impact.
Oh, that was just malicious.
Insulting.
Oh, nasty impact.
She's been on the offensive for a little while now.
She's a lady that can turn it on quickly, no doubt about it.
Ooh, what impact.
Oh, that was just malicious. Insulting.
Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
Oh, nasty impact.
Ruby Riott finds herself in a tough spot.
Boom, what impact. Oh, that was just malicious. Insulting.
Ruby Riott turns it around. A step up enziguri. And that is all she wrote.
This is Ruby Riott's chance.
She's got the shoulders down. Not sure what made her think now is a good time for a pin attempt. Tagged in.
Great agility there.
Oh, and a backbreaker.
Right to the spine.
Oh, what a forearm.
Setting up. Nice suplex.
Vertical suplex.
Ruby Riott with the tag.
Uh-oh. High angle belly-to-back suplex.
It looks like Ruby Riott could be done for.
This is all but over. On a kick.
Showing some quickness.
And this match can change that fast.
You only got one.
Heavy duty right hand.
Going for the cover. Kick out at 2. Whoa, that may have been a slow count.
Close call.
Gonna be woozy after that impact.
Uh-oh. DDT.
Good night. That could be it.
There's the pinfall and the victory.
Here are your winners.
Standing across the ring from each other as opponents in the
Match? You do realize I could give them a competitive advantage.
My team doesn't need an advantage to beat someone who's had less.
I might have it.
The infinite. It's the one. This is it, the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge. One of these teams will take home $500,000. to donate to a charity of their choice.
Don't bury the lead, Cole. The charity part's nice, but the real story here is that best friends Red and Trey are facing each other for the first time ever. Things could get very interesting.
Normally, I think you guys were just trying to stir up drama, but Red and Trey have definitely seemed a bit off lately, and this match certainly won't help matters.
Oh, that was just malicious.
Insulting. Oof, kick finds it.
Boom! Stringing together some big moves here.
She's showing some great effort. We'll see if it lasts.
Harsh impact.
Oh, perfect kick. Oh, that was just malicious.
Insulting.
Ooh!
Ooh, that kick. Oof.
Ooh, what impact.
Oh, that was just malicious. Devastating kick.
Insulting.
Boom, what impact. Boom.
Oh, what a kick.
Ooh.
I think it's about that time, gentlemen.
For
Textbook head scissor takeover.
very nicely done. Harsh impact.
What a slam.
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
She's looking to end it early. She kicks out of that one. Not yet. In off the tag. Oh, again!
Oh, right up there.
Some with the gut-wrench suplex. What impact!
Here we go again.
Oh, that was just malicious. She goes for the cover. The result this woman is showing right now is absolutely unreal. A running swanton.
Nicely done.
Anticipated that attack perfectly. Oh, clothesline. This could mean trouble. It's starting to come together in a big way.
Yeah, she's able to tap into an energy source few others can.
Oh. Things not going her way.
Her head's got to be pounding right about now, Cole. Insulting.
Oh, that was just malicious.
The
Heavy duty right hand. We got a couple. Red and her former trainer, Riley Flash, are your mixed match challenge winners.
I think Red might be up for sainthood because she just performed a miracle in winning this with Riley Flash. That's the only way to explain this.
I just hope that now that this is over, there won't be any hard feelings between Red and Trey. They've been through too much together to let something like this get between them.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up with you riding with her?
Relax. I offered him a ride since we're both going to the gym.
Look, I know we usually ride together, but I wanted to get some extra training in since Samoa Joe basically wants to strangle me to death with his crazy cyborg arm at SmackDown 1500.
I'd be happy to help you work on your submissions. It's really the only way you're going to survive the coquina clutch. I mean, that little reversal trick you taught him might have worked in their first match, but let's face it, he needs some real training. After all, my MMA record was 24-2. The 2 losses were DQs for eye gouging, so really, I was undefeated.
You training me is a great idea. It could help me survive Samoa Joe. Who knows, maybe even beat him.
Good. We'll get started right away. And by the way, I didn't get a chance to congratulate you on winning the Mixed Match Challenge. It actually inspired me.
To what, quit?
No. Your donation of the $500,000 to that animal shelter in our hometown got me thinking. What can Brooklyn do to help? So I decided to donate $1 million of my own personal money to the shelter.
Wow, that's amazing.
They're naming an entire wing after me. Did you get a wing?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I guess $500K isn't really wing money. But hey, I have the director's info. I'll see if they can at least name something after you. Maybe a maintenance closet or a bathroom stall. I'll let you know when we can get started on that training, partner.
So what, are you friends with her now?
No, it's not like that.
Well, it seems like that. I mean, first you're riding with her, and now you're training with her? Did you forget this is the same person who tormented us for 20 years?
I got a ride with her one time, and besides, she's changed, okay? I mean, she just donated $1 million of her own money to an animal shelter. Bad people don't do that.
How naive are you? She's obviously lying about the donation to try and get under my skin. There's no way she would ever actually do something good like that. She's always been fake, and this is no different.
Can't assume any of that.
I'm not assuming she's a terrible person. I know that. And I thought you did too.
Come on. That mural's kind of freaking me out. It feels like you're watching me from every angle.
I am. But focus here. So when Samoa Joe gets you in the coquina clutch this time...
How do you know he'll get me in it?
It's a submission match, which means he'll be going for it early and often, so you have to be prepared. And what I was going to say before you interrupted me...
Sorry, won't happen again.
What I was going to say is your little trick you used against him 10 years ago when you rolled backwards to get the win isn't going to work this time. He'll be ready. And even if you pulled it off, it won't do any good because this is a submission
Rivalry match. Rivalry submission match.
Right. So I'm Samoa Joe, and I'm going to put you in the coquina clutch. Try to escape.
I tap.
That was pathetic.
I know. How am I ever gonna beat Samoa Joe? I mean, once she cinches in that arm around my neck, it's all over. Goodbye, WWE Championship. Goodbye, Trachea. Goodbye, Earth. Hello, big ring in the sky. Hopefully.
Okay, stop. You're spiraling. It's not about his arm. It's about his legs.
Huh?
I studied hours of footage of Samoa Joe locking in the coquina clutch. You're welcome. And I discovered a hidden flaw that's going to allow you to counter it and beat him. Give me your phone. Voice password?
Trey and Peyton Royce forever?
Voice recognition volume too low. Please try again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever. It's a joke. Please don't tell her.
Anyway, like I said, I watched a lot of tape on Samoa Joe, and I discovered this. Watch his ankles. See how he crosses them? He does it every time. That's your opening to beat him.
I don't get it.
Of course you don't. Let me show you. Put me in the coquina clutch and make sure you cross your ankles like Joe does.
What the heck was that?
The secret to not getting the life choked out of you and walking away with your WWE Championship.
Wow, this is weird to say with all our history, but I don't know what I'd be doing right now without your help.
I guess I've been in a charitable mood lately.
Well, seriously, thanks for teaching me this. So, I guess we're good to go now?
Are you kidding? You haven't actually learned how to do the counter yet. On your back. We're going to start with a hip motion. I'll film on your phone so you can watch it back later. It locked again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever!
Welcome to the special 1500th episode of SmackDown Live.
SmackDown Live has been the home of some amazing matches over the years, and tonight we continue that tradition with the long-awaited, much-anticipated battle between Trey and Samoa Joe.
This submission match for the WWE Championship is 7 years in the making, going back to Trey's debut when he shocked the WWE Universe and Samoa Joe. But tonight on SmackDown 1500, will Joe finally get his revenge?
Hey, what are you doing?
Studying my training footage. I think I actually have a chance tonight thanks to Brooklyn.
Yeah, about her.
I don't want to get into it again. I need to focus on my match.
I actually wanted to apologize. I might have been acting a little crazy lately.
A little?
Okay, slightly more than a little. I called the animal shelter that Brooklyn said she donated the money to, and turns out she wasn't lying.
See? I told you she's changed.
I think I just got caught up with us competing against each other in the mixed match challenge. And then I felt like I was losing my best friend to pretty much the worst person I could imagine. But maybe she's not the worst person after all. There's probably some terrible dictators or criminals on death row who are slightly worse.
That's very big of you to say that. So you should be cool with the fact that Brooklyn is going to be in my corner tonight then, right? I need her out there to coach me through the technique she taught me.
Totally cool with that. Not bothered at all. Besides, I have a big announcement to focus on.
About what?
Well, I decided to get back to concentrating on the list, and there's one thing on there I always wanted to accomplish, but it never seemed possible. Especially when Brooklyn was GM, no offense to your new BFF. But since this is a very special episode of SmackDown Live, it's the perfect time to make it happen. Good luck tonight. Seriously.
Hey, you finally said it.
And I meant it. Tonight, we celebrate 1,500 episodes of SmackDown Live. On nights like this, we look back at the amazing superstars who helped us get here. For me, personally, when I was an awkward teenager, the thought that I could someday do this seemed like a total long shot. But I was inspired by women like Beth Phoenix, the Bellas, Natalia, and Mickie James. Around that time, I created this list of goals I'd someday want to accomplish if I ever made it to WWE. Well, I think I've more than made it. But there's one thing on this list that all those women I mentioned accomplished. But I never have, because it's kind of impossible now. But if I've learned anything on my journey, it's that nothing is truly unattainable. The goal I'm referring to is winning the title that I grew up watching. The WWE Divas Championship. Like I said, kind of hard to do considering it hasn't existed in almost 15 years. But I'm proposing that WWE bring the Divas Championship back so I can honor the women who blazed a path for me and prove that no dream is ever hopeless or unimaginable.
Wait, what? And you want me to tell her right now?
I'm sorry, but I was just told to inform you that the Divas Championship is already spoken for.
Already spoken for? It hasn't existed in over a decade. How is that even possible?
They said you would hear more in the very near future. That's all I know.
What just happened?
I have no idea, but apparently someone in the back has other plans for the Divas Championship.
This man is
Introducing the challenger.
This match between Trey and Samoa Joe is finally happening tonight on SmackDown. 1,500 after nearly a decade of anticipation.
I don't think Trey was anticipating this as much as Samoa Joe, especially considering it's a submission match, which definitely favors Joe and his coquina clutch.
Let's not ignore the fact that Trey has Brooklyn Von Braun in his corner tonight, who could be the difference maker. Supposedly, the ex-MMA star has been working with Trey on his submission defense in preparation for this match.
I don't care who's in Trey's corner. There is no way he walks away with his WWE Championship. In fact, he'll be lucky to walk away at all. Oof!
Ooh, what impact. Showing a lot of fury with these attacks.
It's like he tapped into some unseen energy source. Ooh! Oh, nasty impact.
Boom, what impact.
Great decision by Joe to capitalize.
Running senton. Champ taking the worst end of the exchange.
Yeah, but he's not breathing heavy yet. Great reversal.
I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Gentlemen, we are bearing witness to the destroyer, Samoa Joe. He's put the entire WWE locker room on notice. Night after night, he'll beat down your heroes, render them unconscious, and when they wake up, he'll beat them down all over again.
Abdominal stretch. It's locked in.
He lets it go. Yeah, I wonder why.
And Samoa Joe locks in the coquina clutch.
Trey's attempting a counter.
What's the matter? Not like you planned?
It looked like Trey attempted a counter to the coquina clutch that Brooklyn must have taught him, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work.
It's over.
It may not be the Universal Championship that Trey defeated him for 7 years ago, but Samoa Joe gets the vindication he was looking for, as he is the new WWE Champion. What the hell?
No! This is awful.
Was this some kind of setup all along?
It had to be. Hindsight's 20/20, but Brooklyn Von Braun's change of heart was way too good to be true.
Saxton, you said Brooklyn was going to be the difference maker tonight, and you were right for once. If she and Samoa Joe have formed an alliance, and it would appear that they have, Red and Trey's lives are going to be changed forever.
I really don't need to hear "I told you so" right now.
All you're gonna hear from me is I hope you're okay.
I'll be alright. I just feel so stupid.
You're not stupid. You're trusting and a good person. That's what separates you from people like her.
Like, I appreciate it, but I still can't believe I let my guard down like that. You were right about everything.
We'll make her pay for this. I promise.
Welcome to SmackDown Live, where hopefully we're about to get some sort of clarification from Brooklyn Von Braun on last week's shocking turn of events.
I am a big fan of movies. Mostly the ones I've starred in, but there are some other ones that are okay too. But in any film, my favorite part is always near the end when the villain explains their big evil plan, going over every single detail of how they pulled the wool over the stupid idiot hero's eyes. But in movies, this usually allows the hero time to escape or stop the bad guy in some way. But I'm not gonna be stopped. See, I already destroyed your idiot hero last week with the help of Samoa Joe. So now, I have all the time in the world to walk you through every single detail of my brilliant scheme. Like I said, this is my favorite part. So here we go. When I was GM, I brought Samoa Joe back fully knowing what his plans were for attacking Trey in the best-of-5 final and costing Red her title. In fact, I helped make those plans myself. Then, I gave Trey a title match against Adam Cole just so Joe could eventually take it from Trey. Sorry, Adam. After that, I inserted myself into the mixed match challenge as Trey's partner to earn his trust, giving me the opportunity to teach him the secret coquina clutch escape. Only when Joe got it on Trey, and he thought he had it all under control, those ankles weren't crossed, were they? Because it wasn't a secret anymore. I told Joe exactly what to expect, and Trey never had a chance. Now, unfortunately, to make Trey and Red think I had changed for the better, I did have to donate a bunch of money to an animal shelter. But don't worry, I purchased the shelter, kicked out all the disgusting animals, and I'm turning it into the newest location for my tanning salon chain, Brooklyn Von Brown. Which, if you ask me, is a lot more to serve the community. So right about now, your tiny brains are probably asking, but why, Brooklyn? Why would you do all of this? I did this to maintain the hierarchy. To show Red and Trey that despite what they think they've achieved in WWE, I'm the star and they're the losers. Just like it's always been. And that will never change. Anyway, I've spent way too much time talking about those rejects, so let's discuss what's next for the American hero. New trademark lawsuit pending. Well, I have some big news to share. I'm a champion. You see, I recently talked to WWE management about bringing back a title from the past, and they agreed I was the perfect superstar to award it to. So I'd like to present to you your new WWE Divas Champion, me.
You've got to be kidding me. I guess this explains why I was told to inform Red that the Divas Championship was already spoken for.
You know, maybe in the future, Trey, you should be a little more careful about who sees your phone. You never know what they could find on there. Like maybe even a copy of a list outlining all their friends' dreams and ambitions.
Clearly, Red has heard and seen enough.
Oh, she should be mad at her friend Trey for letting all this happen.
Let's go right now, you and me.
I'm a prize fighter, and considering I've got the prize, I decide when I fight. So run along. Fix my jacked up teeth. Those are real things on her list. I saw it.
I'm coming for you and that title.
Look out!
This is getting out of hand.
You wanted this? Well, now you got it.
Thankfully, Trey is here to put an end to this.
It's Samoa Joe. Where did he come from?
It's obvious Brooklyn and Samoa Joe are always 2 steps ahead of Red and Trey.
And now Brooklyn is going to force Red to watch her best friend get destroyed by Samoa Joe yet again.
He's suffered enough. Come on, don't do it.
No!
Trey might be seriously injured. This is bad.
While Trey's condition's unclear, one thing is, the duo of Brooklyn Von Braun and Samoa Joe will annihilate anyone who attempts to get in their way.
So what's the verdict?
Nothing too serious. I'll just be out a couple weeks.
You're lucky. That could have ended your career.
It would take a much worse attack than that to end my career. Or being offered the hosting gig on America's Next Top Hand Model, which is the best show on TV, hands down. See? I'm a natural. So, are you mad that Brooklyn saw the list on my phone?
I was, but I think I'm over it, considering you almost got snapped in half trying to help me. Besides, I just found out next week I have a #1 contenders match for the Divas Championship. So I'm still gonna cross it off the list.
Good. At least one of us will be in the title picture.
What do you mean? Aren't you gonna use your rematch clause when you heal up?
I would if I had one. Turns out one of the other loose ends Brooklyn took care of before she stepped down as GM was removing the rematch clause from my contract. So if I want another shot at Samoa Joe, I'm gonna have to earn it just like anyone else.
I know you can do it. But first, you need to focus on getting better.
I guess it's just like on America's Next Top Hand Model when Andrea jammed her finger playing volleyball and lost the Christmas engagement ring campaign. It took a lot of hard work and moisturizing, but in a couple months her hand was back in top form and she booked the Valentine's Day spot, which was way bigger than the Christmas gig.
I must have missed that episode.
I can get you a copy. I have every one of them saved.
I think I got the gist of it.
Your loss.
The captain of team. If you're just joining us on SmackDown Live, this fatal four.
Probably not going to win for a couple hundred years, Byron. You know why?
What a shot by Nia Jax. Here's Nia Jax with some offense of her own.
Harsh impact.
Here she goes, back in the ring now.
Technical prowess from Nia Jax.
Wow, Nia Jax throws a hard punch. She's taken to the floor when she can be ever so dangerous.
Oh, again!
Look at this. Nia Jax is letting everyone know exactly how she feels.
Insulting. Boom, what a kick.
Oh, that was just malicious. crushing headbutt. Oh, that was just malicious.
Boom, what a kick. Wow, Sasha Banks gets the reversal. Oof. Boom, what a forearm. Ooh.
Oh, man, check out this power.
Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this point.
Still seems a little early. Oh, insulting.
Oh, that was just malicious.
She scores big with the counter.
Oh, breakneck speed, one of her Corona.
Gets out of the way.
And fast. Watch out.
Running bulldog. And look at it from.
This can't bode well.
Setting it up. Nice neck breaker.
Running clothesline.
Sasha's where she loves to be right now, right in the spotlight.
That's awesome. Going for the head here.
That's one you feel for a few days, Cole.
I think it's about that time, gentlemen.
What a clothesline! Ouch! Tough spot.
This could be it.
Cover for the win!
Looks like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
Keeping the match alive.
It's not over yet. Not what she was looking for.
Bringing it back between the ropes. What a punch!
Back suplex.
Finds a way to reverse. That'll hurt. DDT. Here's a cover. A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Oh, what a forearm.
I think it's about that time, gentlemen.
Focusing on the head again.
That thing's got to be pounding right now.
Boom, what impact. Nothing's going to stop her now.
She's a live wire when she's plugged in. Check out Sasha Banks here.
Oh, wow.
Frankensteiner.
Nice.
She got out of the way there.
Her evasion techniques are on point.
Uh-oh. DDT.
Good night.
Incoming.
Situations like this usually don't end very pleasantly.
Oh, there's the escape.
That was just a case of taking too long.
There she goes. Toss to the outside. Striking. We're going to put her away with this attack to the head. Just a dizzying attack to the head.
Dizzying. That's a great way to describe this assault, Cole.
DDT.
Oh, that was just malicious.
Elusive movement there.
Stomping away. There she goes.
Insulting.
Look at this. Nia Jax is letting everyone know exactly how she feels.
Clothesline.
What impact.
No.
vicious strikes.
He's going for the cover. Oh, how resilient was that?
She just will not give up, Cole.
Absolutely incredible. Point. Surprising reversal from Sasha Banks.
No, another reversal. Neither one of them are willing to give an inch here.
Into the hammerlock. Oh, boy. Back suplex. Oh, what a high kick.
There's the backstabber. Sasha rolls.
You are in trouble now. Clothesline over the top rope. All the way to the floor. Onto the back of the neck.
Here she goes, back in the ring now.
Textbook vertical suplex. Man, she's taking charge. Shoulders down. 1, 2, 3. There's the pin.
It's all over.
At the Royal Rumble, the WWE Universe will witness a night of firsts. It'll be the first time the WWE Divas Championship has been defended in nearly 15 years. And it'll be the first time these two longtime rivals step inside the ring and face each other in a one-on-one match. So ladies, all that's left is to sign the contract and make this unprecedented night official.
Byron, as former GM of SmackDown Live, I conducted quite a few contract signings, and let me just say, you're doing a terrible job. You didn't even give me a chance to embarrass my opponent.
Sorry.
Now, Byron mentioned this is going to be the first official match between Red and I, but we've had our share of fights over the years. So I wanted to take the WWE Universe back to when Red and I were in high school to see actual footage from our very first fight. Well, it was really more of a one-sided beatdown. This is what happens when you mess with the captain of the wrestling team. What are you gonna do? Hit me with a steel chair? Put me through a table?
I'm going to get help.
Everyone already knows Hothead Red, but let me introduce you to her best friend, Trey. Get it? Because he busted his butt on a lunch tray. Now her face matches her nickname. Hothead Red. Hothead Red. Hothead Red. Hothead Red. Hothead Red. At the Royal Rumble, our next fight is going to end just like they always have. You, on the ground, screaming in pain, tapping out to the biggest crossover star in WWE history, the American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun!
I'll do my talking in the ring at the Royal Rumble.
Wait, before you leave, I have a gift for you. To commemorate our big match and also honor our very first fight. Come on, it's rude to turn down a gift.
Of course, Hothead Red loses her temper.
She was provoked.
I hope Red's happy. But if you ask me, this type of juvenile behavior should have stayed in high school.
No matter how you feel about what just transpired, these two lifelong rivals will finally settle their differences once and for all at the Royal Rumble.